Hi, my name is Craig Uranek and I would like to do section 2.2, problem number 15. In this section we are calculating linear equations that model the data. If we had just 2 points, we would want to find that equation by hand. Now that we have a whole table of points, we will use our calculator. Now the book, it doesn't use a calculator, so your answers will be a little bit different than the back on these from 15 on. Let's read the problem. It says the percentages of births outside marriage in the United States are shown in table 30 for various years. Let P be the percentage of births outside marriage in the United States at T years since 1900. So don't forget that the year, since it's since 1900, the first year there will be year 70, then 75, 80, etc. Okay, I want you to do parts A and B only. A says use your graphing calculator to draw a scattergram. B says find the equation of the linear model to describe the data. So let's do step 1. We'll use our calculator to create a scattergram. Well, step 1 is just to enter the data into the calculator. So step 1, enter the data into the calculator. We will use the stat key to do that, so you will press stat. Once we're here to enter information in, we're using edit, so I'll just push enter. If you have data already, you would want to arrow up to L1 and then press clear. You will notice it cleared it right here, not up here, so we still have to press enter. So I'll press enter and that will clear it. Same way to clear L1, arrow up, arrow over, clear, but we also have to enter. Again, because these values are since 1900, we will use 70, 75, etc. So you would type those in. I'll do it quickly. 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105. Next you'll arrow over and put the data in. 10.7, 14.3, 18.4, 22, 28, 32.2, 33.2, 36.8. Now, step 1 is accomplished. We have the data entered in. Step 2 is to go ahead and draw the scattergram so that we can see that it does, a line does model it well. So to draw the scattergram, we will simply have to do zoom, and then we go down to zoom stat, which is number 9. That's all there is to it. And there you have it. Now if yours doesn't work, perhaps you do not have the settings quite set, perhaps you did not turn it on. You would do that under the stat plot here. So second y equals, and notice that this has to be on. If yours isn't on, you'll push enter here, and then you will, for example, yours would be off. I'll have to push enter. It would be in that position. You would have to move over and actually push enter here. Once it's on, you'll get the stat plot. Okay, so we've accomplished part A. We found out we had to put the data in using stat, then edit, and then to get a scattergram, all we had to do was go under zoom and do stat plot. If stat plot, or zoom stat rather, if stat plot is not on, we have to go turn it on right here. Okay, let's do B, find the equation. Well, to find the equation is similar. We will still use stat, but now we'll use calculate instead. Again, the reason you're going to have to be able to draw a scattergram is so you know what the data, what kind of a curve the data fits. We already know it's going to be a line, so we'll be able to choose number 4 to create the equation, a linear regression. Now, technically you could just push enter right now and it would calculate the slope and the y-intercept. Whoops, an error. Well, that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and quit and see what's going on. Okay, what we have going on here is you'll notice that when I came in here I had this len, reg, on the same line as this. That's what caused the error. So all we have to do is clear it and start over. So I will do stat, we'll move over to calculate, We'll come down to a linear regression, enter. Now notice that the linear regression is on its own line. If I push enter right here, it will calculate the a and the b, which is really the slope and the y-intercept, in the equation. And I could write it. Now, if we're going to use it later, it would be nice if it stored it, the whole equation that is, under this y equals. By the way, let's go ahead and clear this. And let's go down and clear this one. So it would be nice if the equation could automatically be transferred here if we wanted to make some calculations later. So let me tell you how to do that. Again, you'll still do stat, calculate, linear regression, same as usual. Instead of pressing enter here, however, now what we want to do is tell it that once you calculate it, move it into the y equals. To do that requires the following steps. We would press vars and then y vars. So we would move over, and right here we would press enter. Guess I should use point and click. This is which of the y equals to place it in. We want it under y1, so I'll press enter. Now that it's sitting there, it's ready to calculate, and that y1 means after it gets done calculating, it will put a copy of the equation in the y equals. So we get the same calculations, but now notice that we have the y equals. Now again, the reason we might want to do this is, for example, if we wanted to check this answer against our table of values or something. And the best place to do that is using this table. To get to it, you do second and graph. Now, there's already data there. I don't have to worry about it. I can just start typing in. So I can type 70, and then it looks like 75, 80, 85, 90, etc. But what you can see is that the data does get close here. And this table was very nice to use because I can quickly calculate the y values by entering x very quickly here. If table is not set up to allow you to enter it automatically, you would have to change these table settings. That would be under second, table settings, and you would need to make the independent variable ask. Otherwise, it will automatically calculate for you. And the independent variable, of course, is x, and the dependent is y. So there you have it. Problem number 15 from section 2.2.